Hello, everyone. Welcome to our third and final episode of the Mini Adult Phenomenon. Today, we'll be discussing how kids have grown up too fast and how we feel about it and how it affects us. I'm Sara, I'm 18, and I'm a second year media student.
Hi, I'm Rezka. I'm 20 and I'm a first year media student. So, when we look back, do you feel like we grow up too fast?
100%. I think that sometimes we feel that the kids nowadays are growing up too fast, but when we compare it to our experience, we've definitely also grown up too fast. I'm sure our parents can agree, because when you compare it to how our parents grew up, there's definitely a huge difference, you know?
Yeah, I agree. Especially like with the phones nowadays, I feel
Hmm.
like everybody is like not going out. The only relationships they have are through like virtual basis.
Hmm.
So I don't know, like I had my phone when I was like 12 or 11.
Yeah.
And even that time, I was like on my phone more than I think I should have been.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I was also, yeah, on my phone too much. And I got it when I was really young from a family member.
mhm,
My parents did not like it, especially my mother. She was not happy because I got it, I think it was 10 or 9 years old. I got a phone.
mhm.
And I really wish I hadn't gotten it so early on. I wish I got it maybe 13 or later. I don't know, but not so early on.
Yeah. Was it like the first time that you realized that like we were growing up too fast, or when was it?
I think it was after looking back because in the moment I was like, oh, this is so fun. I have a phone, all of that. But then looking back, it makes me realize like kids are not supposed to have phones, especially at the age of
Yeah.
10. I don't think anyone should have a phone.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Hmm.
Like right now, I feel like social media just should not be for kids
Yeah,
below like
100%.
14, 15.
Yeah.
And for me, it was like high school that when I was growing up, I would go out, but
Mhm.
I like now the kids just don't go out.
Yeah,
And now when I
exactly.
look back, especially in high school when I was like growing up and I was like, I'm not like a child anymore.
Yeah.
And I was like, I should have appreciated it way more now
Yeah.
that I have a lot of like things I have to get done and I have a lot of responsibilities. So for me, I
100%.
think like when I was in a high school, it really hit me that like I grow up so quickly and that there's
Yeah.
no time for me anymore.
Yeah, exactly. I felt the same. I think it hit me, yeah, once I was finishing high school. I was like, wow, everything's going so fast.
Yeah.
And also because of social media, everything just goes so fast. As kids.
Yeah, like social media nowadays, I think because they're pushing like these unrealistic standards on kids, and I feel like it's mostly prevalent in girls, that girls watch like influencers who
Yeah.
are way older, way outside of their like age group, and that makes them like trying to fit in
Hmm.
into like an age group which is like early 20s, late 20s when
Hmm.
they're 13, 14, 15, and that I feel like is just making it very hard for them to enjoy being a child.
Hmm. Yeah.
What do you think about it? Like for me, that's the way I like see it now when I can like take a different point of view on it.
I think, I don't know, a lot of people nowadays, even I'm one of them, we always think that
Mhm.
the kids nowadays are like, oh my God, they're growing up too fast. Why do they do this and that? But we had
We
also a
were the
very similar
same.
experience.
Yeah.
Not as bad, definitely not as bad, but very similar experience. I feel like girls nowadays, I don't have any younger siblings. I'm the youngest. I have an older sister, that's it.
Mhm.
But I have younger family friends, cousins, and everything, and I see that there's a huge gap. I feel like they're my age when they're 5, 6 years younger. It's crazy that they look
Yes.
my age, they act my age, the things that they wear, the things that they do. I'm like, you look older than me,
Yeah.
acting older than me, you know?
Yeah. Like especially the dressing part, as you mentioned just now.
Yeah.
Like I'm not sure where and who is making these clothes for them, but they are wearing like things that I view them as inappropriate. Like
Yeah, I
I'm
agree.
not saying me when I was like the same age. I I definitely wanted to like be older because
Yeah.
I was like for me that's like I don't know. I feel like I would be like it would be way more fun to be
Yeah.
older, but I was still wearing like funky patterns and I didn't care if this matches with that. But now I when I go, for example, to H&M or Zara, like the kids section is
Yeah.
something I would wear now when I'm 20.
Exactly. I see that too. I'm like, how is this for kids?
Yeah, sometimes I even shop there because at that point, like, I don't care if it's from the women's section or the kids section because the quality, the sizes are like so similar, and I feel like that's pushing like an unhealthy standards on the kids.
Yeah, I can't relate because I'm really tall for a woman, so nothing,
Yeah.
even women's sizes, nothing really fits me. So there's no way a kid's size would fit me. But yeah, I agree. Like, definitely, girls nowadays, they act super grown up and it's crazy. Yeah. The clothing and everything. It looks like something you
Yeah,
wear at 18. It's like 12-year-olds wearing that. And everyone looks the same. I
exactly.
think because of social media, everyone looks the exact same. Everyone
They're
talks
trying
the
to fit
same.
in into like this aesthetic, I think.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the same thing with makeup as well. Like
Mm.
the Sephora kids
Oh,
phenomenon. That's just crazy to me. Like trying to find like products that I are catered for older women, like in anti-aging creams.
yeah.
Like they're children. They shouldn't even like care about that. I
Yeah.
understand if they have a problematic skin, they can go to the doctor.
Yeah.
But going to Sephora, spending obscene amount of money on like a product that's not even made for them.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
And I saw this firsthand because I have a family friend. She's
Mm-hmm.
no, she's 3 years younger than me. And when she was a kid, like now she's 15, so she's still a kid, but she's older. When she
Mm-hmm.
was maybe 9 or 10, she used to fixate on all these products on Amazon, like CeraVe, facial cleanser, anti-aging cream. And I saw this firsthand. I always tell her, stop using this stuff because it's gonna ruin your skin. You're a baby. You're still 10, you know? Um,
Yes.
And I see it firsthand. Everyone just looks so much older. They look older than me. The girls that I know that are 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm like, how do you look older than me? Honestly.
Yeah, I had the same or not the same. I had a similar experience.
Yeah.
My friend's sister, she's 11 now,
Yeah.
and we were at her place, and we wanted to order dinner because it was just me, my friend, and her sister because we were like watching her, and we wanted to order pizza,
Yeah.
and the 11 or 10-year-old girl said,
Yeah.
I cannot eat pizza because it has too many calories. And for me, when I heard that, I was like, oh my God, you're 10, you shouldn't care. You should just be very excited to eat pizza and
Yeah.
like have fun. And we were like absolutely stunned. And my friend, she asked her sister, like, hey, like, where did you hear that? Like, why would you even care about it? She was like, oh no, I heard this. It was like on TikTok. And to me, when I heard it, I was like, that's just so unhealthy. If a 10-year-old thinks like that, imagine how it's gonna impact her life when she's like 15 or 20.
Yeah.
Like how much she's gonna be trying to fit in or like being on a diet. And I that's the thing I feel is most harmful to kids.
Yeah.
And it's just what I've like perceived now. It's not something that I've been like really concerned about, but now when I like try to focus on it, especially with the project, like I just think back at it and I'm like, oh my God, that's just not nice.
Also, I think a huge platform to influence this is TikTok because I'm into fitness and everything, but I don't count calories. I
Hmm.
eat healthy food, but I eat it whenever I want. You know, if I'm hungry, well, not right now, I'm fasting. I wish I
Yeah.
could eat, but whenever I'm hungry, I'll just go ahead and eat something that's good for me. You know, I don't have to count like the protein, the calories, the fats, the carbohydrates. No.
Yes.
But on TikTok, there's so many accounts that would come up my For You page where they're like, spend a day with me and this is what I eat. And they barely eat anything and they count the calories like a cup of tea, a biscuit,
Yes.
banana. I'm like, this is not food. And kids watch that and I see the
Yes.
comments, everyone's like, yeah, I want to do this, I want to lose weight, this and that. It's insane.
Yes. Yeah.
No, it's
What
insane.
do you think we should like bring back like the aspects of childhood for the younger generations now? Like what we had and they don't have anymore.
For me, it would probably be playing outside. I really enjoyed that as a kid. It was a huge part of my day. Like on weekends, I would just spend the day playing outside. And nowadays, no one plays outside. One thing is that I see boys playing outside more than girls. I don't see girls playing
Hmm.
outside at all. But I see boys playing football, cricket, tennis, stuff like that. But I don't see girls doing it at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree completely.
Yeah.
Because now I feel like they just like hang out outside in a mall.
Yeah.
But I don't consider that like spending fun time. For
Yeah.
me, that's just like this artificial reality where they can like not show off, but no, to some extent actually show off. They can be like, oh, let's go buy this, let's go buy this. And I think that really like is influenced by the fast fashion and the trends especially, and definitely social media. I'm not saying like social media is all bad,
Mm.
but I feel like there should be a certain like limit to how much kids use it nowadays. And I feel like that's because I didn't grow up on like TikTok, YouTube, or anything like that. I feel like that's the one thing that they should have nowadays, like
Yeah.
restriction on social media more.
Like I'm turning 19 and I have a screen time. I have a screen time for myself because I know that on my phone, you sometimes lose track of how long you're on it. I have a
Mm-hmm.
screen time of 2 hours, so it limits me. After I've been on my phone for more than 2 hours, it tells me like you need to get off your phone.
Yeah.
It helps me, and I feel like that's a huge thing that we should implement for kids. Like, for example, with your younger siblings, family, friends, or if you want to have kids in the future, I think a huge thing
Mm-hmm.
is to implement like limiting your kids' screen time or your siblings' screen time or your friends' screen time.
Yes.
Because it's way too much to be on your phone 24/7. Because this social media thing has already affected everyone. So we have to think of a way to, you know, take a step forward without deleting social media because it's not going to happen.
Yes,
Like
of
everyone
course.
already has
Yeah.
social media.
Yeah, I completely agree with you on that. I also think there should be like an education so that we can show, not just tell, but show how it can be harmful, because a lot of people don't like realize it, that they
Yeah,
are in this like kind of box. And
yeah,
this way, if people get more educated on it, they can like themselves find out like, oh my god, this is harmful for me because of this and this. Like being on my phone before I go to sleep is like ruining the quality of the sleep,
yeah,
or like the social standards
yeah,
nowadays are just like way out there, and everybody's like trying to do this and this. I
yeah,
feel like that would be very helpful.
yeah. I agree. It's just it's crazy to me that for me, I think I see it as, oh my God, it's insane that kids nowadays are growing up so fast, but it happened to us too, you know? Like we think that didn't
Yes,
happen, it happened to us
definitely.
too. You can compare your generation or our generation with our parents' generation, and it's insane. The difference
Yes.
in habits and things that they do, things that they would think, it's crazy.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah. Okay, so I think we've concluded our episode today. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this series and that we got our facts across and our opinions, and I hope this benefited someone out there. And yeah, thank you so much for listening and have a nice day.
Thank you so much.